the video starts, make sure you follow our socials in the description and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Welcome back to the Offbeat Podcast, back again this week. Suns are out, the shorts are out, he's feeling good. Joined this week by the Cavs. How are we, boys?
Very good.
Well, yeah, nice.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you very much for joining me. I mean, you've travelled, you're all living around sort of Manchester area, don't you?
Yeah. Big 40-minute drive.
Big 40 minutes.
Further out.
I'm more on this side, like Failsworth.
Oh, that's not too bad then, is it? But it's just a fucking nightmare getting here, because I say it to all the time to every single guest, because basically it's filming the gossip if you're not aware, and it's one way in, one way out. Everybody's late.
It's one long road, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a lovely gaff though what you've got.
Everyone says it. You'll be looking round this while we're filming. You'll be like, "Oh, remember that from my kids. Remember that from my childhood." He's also bought a TV now with loads of fucking VHS tapes.
I was looking for something bigger on there.
Rory
bigger
loves
and flatter.
it. He's very he's just a big kid, and he loves it as well. Like he'll play around with the background in between episodes, and I'm coming from my haircut, and he'll be like, "See what I did in the weekend? See this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I saw that."
I think Elliot's gonna be gutted that he's missed this, to be honest, because he loves
he's
all this
lead,
stuff.
isn't he? He's lead singer.
He's a singer, yeah. The diva.
He's a big nerd, isn't he?
Yeah, proper.
Don't come across it though. The first time we were around to his and he pulled out, that Star Wars tiki cup that he's got, that Stormtrooper tiki cup. I was
See,
like,
I'm a nerd as well. I'd be like, "This is sick."
looking at it, I'm like, is that yours? Where have you got that from? You got that off your dad?
Bunch of keys for work and stuff, and attached to it is like a massive Millennium Falcon.
I mean, I got given that. It's like a South Park bigger on the keys to the shop, and everyone asked me at work all the time. I'm like, "No, I've just got it from a shop. Like, it's not actually mine." We might as well introduce you. So you are the Cavs, aren't you? You are sort of an up and coming band from Manchester at the moment. Currently tied with This Feeling.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
This Feeling.
Represent.
They're very nice to me as well at This Feeling, because I've never had any interaction with them. But I've obviously interviewed now. I think you're probably like the fifth or the sixth band.
Yeah.
Who's associated with them.
Yeah.
Very nice people.
they
Always
are,
sharing all my stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah,
respect it.
Yeah,
George and Mikey that run it have been great to us.
and
Give us
Lucy
loads of
as well.
Lucy as
Yeah,
well.
get on with all of
give
them.
us loads of
Is Lucy one of the reps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great team to work with, and they've got a nice wide range of acts now across the country and festivals and stuff like that.
It's fun mingling with them as well, isn't it?
Yeah. No. They do like the big in, then like that year, so like 2024. We went down to that one because we played the 2023 one the year before.
Nice.
And you just get loads of the bands that are on This Feeling there and stuff. It was a nice little community sort of thing.
We played last year's, didn't we?
Yeah.
So got invited down, which was again nice of them, and it's just a good night. Loads of bands, like you're mingling with bands that have played it years before, that are kind of up and coming themselves.
It's good to network as well.
Yeah.
It's good to, because All Right done it this year, haven't they?
That's
But then
where we've
obviously,
seen them.
then we had like Spangles and stuff. So everybody know, and it's always good because I used to get sort of guests on where it'd be a case of I found them and it'd be lucky whether or not they'd be sound, basically. But now, because all it takes is me to just message All Right and be like, "Oh, what are these lads like?" Straight away, the sound easy. And it's better for you getting gigs as well, because you're going to do YNOT, aren't you, this year?
Yeah, that's This Feeling. Yeah, so This Feeling are doing the Thursday and Friday of the allotment stage, and we're on the Friday. Should be good fun.
Pretty high up that bill as well. Like we were,
I was
started from the bottom. We're like, where are we? They said we're on it, and you're like looking up and up, and you're like, fucking hell. That's so that'll be good.
Yeah,
that'll be a good weekend.
Do you know who you're clashing with yet?
No, I don't think they've released the times.
That would always make me feel a bit like, oh shit.
I'm trying to think who's on the Friday. I know no Gallagher's there, isn't he? But I think he's a Saturday.
Controller on the Friday.
Do you know what was because we did Isle of Wight last year, and obviously that was the first major festival that we've done, and we were a bit dubious as what we did 5 o'clock on the Friday.
Yeah.
Thought getting down there, it'd be good doing an earlier slot because everyone will go and watch the big headliners after. But that This Feeling tent all weekend was rammed.
Yeah.
Even like 10 o'clock at night for the This Feeling.
Known for it now though, isn't it?
Yeah, like the Lilacs. Lilacs on that Thursday night or the Friday.
We couldn't even get in the tent to watch the
No.
Lilacs.
Really?
Yeah, so...
It felt real. It was nuts. I was like, we went to go and watch like the Sugar Babes afterwards. Sugar Babes were on after us, and then
What a day!
Yeah.
Play.
thing is though, I couldn't even. People were like coming up to me and Chris like, "Oh, kind of pictures I've just seen with you." I couldn't even get through Sugar Babes. I was so emotional. I was like, this just feels real. I had to go. I had to have a walk, and I was calling Mum. I'm at work, James. Like,
there's no
push
quite...
button comes on, you start crying.
I didn't get there. I almost was. I thought it's quite overwhelming, really. It was like it felt
the whole weekend,
real for the first time.
People pulling us over and like, "Oh, we'd seen you," and like can we get pictures? It was quite emotional throughout the weekend.
It's something that we've never really had before as well. People stopping us and asking for pictures, unless it's like just after we come off stage or whatever. But there it was all weekend. It was like, oh, you guys played yesterday or whatever, and my mum and dad came down for it, but they missed us by about 5 minutes because they got stuck in traffic.
No!
So they set off dead early Friday morning.
Travelled all that way. It's not cheap to get to Isle of Wight. That ferry.
We were a pit stop. They were going on holiday after
that.
So
they were driving to Spain.
Right, you need to say that first.
No, but they
still massive respect.
Yeah, they planned it because we played Isle of Wight. They were like, oh, we'll drive down, then we'll carry on from Isle of Wight and go to Spain for a bit and then drive back up. So they set off dead early and then got stuck in traffic, and then they booked a hotel and it was on the opposite side of the Isle of Wight, and they literally was walking up to the stage as we were like packing the stuff down and everything. But they were dead happy anyway because they saw what we were like afterwards. Mum was like, it was so nice to see you all, like how buzzing you were, and
they'd seen the crowd as well, like coming out after we
finished. They both had their like Cavs t-shirts on, and people coming up to me go, where do I get one of them from? And so they said they loved that bit anyway, so that was nice. It was a good feeling.
They put definitely. This feeling do put on a good sort of, like, you've got your own stage and you've got sort of, you can, even if you play on the, so you get weekend pass, whatever, even if you play on, say, like the Thursday, whatever, you can still go behind the stage or whatever and mingle with,
even all through the weekend.
All through the weekend, so that's a good play. I think I spent loads of time in there. So
it's sort of like, it's like a big stage feeling. It's like, you feel like you're a festival diner, like, same treatment like Glastonbury.
Oh, it's amazing, yeah. So
we're knocking about with, is it Tom from the Lottery Winners? Like,
nice.
He was, like, credit to him and to Lottery Winners, he was just hanging around that stage, the backstage of this feeling tent, all weekend.
He's been on helping new acts as well. So I interviewed Gareth Nuttall last week. And he's produced a little of their first self-titled album. I think he said he produced that, and he was saying that Tom's just genuinely sound.
We saw a week late, didn't we?
Yeah, so we went to Glastonbury the week after Isle of Wight. We weren't playing it just as punters. And
you didn't need to say that. You could have, you wouldn't know what it is.
CDs on stage.
And giving out demos like in sound.
I saw Sean Dyche there, so I was giving him a CD.
We went up to the Strummerville stage, which I don't know if you've been to Glastonbury. It's like right at the top of this hill, and it's because it's so far away from everything else. There's like a cafe there, a bar there, and like the stage is in the woods. And we went up about 2 hours before Lottery Winner started to go to the bar. Walked into the cafe and Tom was just there with his girlfriend, and we were like chatting away about Isle of Wight.
To be honest.
Yeah, we were chatting for ages again, and he had the time for us. He was asking about how Isle of Wight went and things like that. And just really
proper
nice.
Yeah, sound nice.
I mean, what I'm tending to learn now as I'm interviewing more people is, if you're not sound, you're getting snuffed out quite quickly.
Oh, I can imagine.
Like, very quickly as well. Like, every band that I've had on recently, they all know each other. And then it's a simple case of where if you're not sound, they're not going to book you for shows, are they?
Yeah.
If you're causing problems for people, you know what I mean? It's not like, I don't know, like the 90s anymore, is it?
That rock and roll sort of attitude is
biggest ego.
You don't really want to be like that though, do you? Really, you don't want to be a dick to someone. Like, you can still like be super fun without, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, smashing walls up and calling people like cunts and that. You know what I mean?
You've got a clip I put on your social. We're super fun, but we don't smash at walls.
I mean, hotel rooms or whatever. It's.
I think we've been quite lucky, haven't we? We've not really. I don't think we've played with anyone unless we're the band. I don't think we've played with anyone that we think like, what arseholes. It's just not. It's not really about now.
No.
And I think it comes hand in hand with it's difficult to be in a band now if you're not hard working or whatever because of all social media and stuff. You've got to run your own social media. You've got to do your own marketing.
You run the socials, don't you, Mike?
We're all logged in, but I do the majority of the posts and stuff. Yeah, and we all, if I'm working or whatever, Chris will reply to messages. And we'll
it's full-time job, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. It don't work with just one. Like we tried it with just one person to try and keep that consistency because we were doing it where like you do a post, I do a post, Ella do a post, and it was like, hi guys, or what's happening people, and it seemed like a different band each time. So Mike took charge of it. We all just like chipping, like you've got videos, I've got videos of stuff, and just kind of all chuck it into the same pot.
It's hard though, innit, doing socials. I weirdly, doing a podcast, I don't like social media, so I struggle. I only got Twitter a few months ago because I was speaking to a few lads and they're like, you need to get it, try and push yourself. But like, it's so hard.
Yeah, it's just they've got no interest in it, me. And I guess it's maybe different from a podcast, but again, you're doing a podcast, you want to do a good podcast. But you know what I mean? That's not what we got into being a band for. You want to write tunes, whatever. So it's not a moan, because that's what the industry is, and that's why you got to do it. And we're happy to do it. But it's just like it's an extra thing added on top of the actual creative output that you went into it for. I guess.
Yeah, because what people don't realise is that even though you are playing like these headline shows, you're playing these festivals, you all work full time. It's not your full time job.
Yeah. I mean, apart from me, everybody else works 9 to 5, and then Elle and Arthur aren't here because they're on call. So 1 week a month, them two have to be on call, which does limit us sometimes with gigs and things like that. But
make it work, don't we?
Yeah, we make it work.
Their bosses are quite good, aren't they? They get what they're doing, so they're quite flexible. If it's like a good gig comes up, and it's like, oh, shit, they're on call. They're like, right, okay, they can get cover for that. Disappear from work for a few hours at least, and then
you need a lot of support, don't you? In general, with
like, a lot of
with bands. I'm sure I saw Johnny Marr saying it that. I think he was asking the question why sort of like, because when Noel Gallagher his guitar, didn't he, before he was famous or whatever, and he was like, Johnny Marr's like loads of people out.
Even them just coming early on, like buying a t-shirt. My stepdad's son sorted out, my brother, he sorted out those t-shirts that they just came to that first Leeds gig, didn't they? And they're like, his girlfriend's grandma started like printing t-shirt like logos.
There we go.
So just that started off what was a little bit of merch for us.
Yeah, and you need it as well. Like, and what people don't realise is you've always got to have one person on the merch stand as well if you're doing a gig. Which is a mission in itself.
Elliot's mum.
It's mum.
Shout
out to Carol.
My girlfriend.
Yeah, the girlfriends. It's.
By the way, on the topic of Carol and Mark Elliot's mum and dad, they come everywhere. They're dead good.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Speaking of shows, you've got a big show up and coming, haven't you? You got Band on the Wall in, is it October?
19th of October.
19th of October,
Arthur's birthday.
It is actually.
Nice.
It's going to come full circle because the first gig he ever did with us was on his birthday in 2019. So
full circle if we kick him out.
Not true, actually.
It's an ongoing circle. It's an ongoing circle if he stays in.
Sorry, Arthur, I didn't want you to find out. It's
going to be a tough watch.
He's going on pins now, isn't he? Every rehearsal, like, oh my god, what's happening?
Hand him his P45 after the gig.
Band on the Wall is synonymous at the moment with sort of like Manchester bands as well. Like it's one that when you have like a tracker of like gigs you want to play at, Band on the Wall's always on there.
Definitely.
It's been on there a while, isn't it? Like Deaf Institute last year, that was on our list. Like, we've got to keep it reasonable, because what we found was that trying to do Before This Feeling, no one wants to talk to you.
Really?
Like, we couldn't get any gigs, could we? As in like big headliners.
From what you mean is from the venue.
The venue.
Sorry,
of course, yeah. So it's expensive. It's and you need to have a bit of weight behind you, because they're taking a risk on you, aren't they?
Of course, yeah, definitely.
For Deaf Institute, we must have gone through like 2 different emails and a couple of phone numbers, and then eventually, like, I think it was the Lilacs gave us George's email.
Yeah.
So we got in touch with George, and then from that, he just took us. Just took us under his wing, and then it was like, right, cool, Deaf Institute. Obviously Isle of Wight, other support gigs, little tours here and there.
Yeah, it's good. Keeps us going, and it's more, instead of playing like, and it's all well and good. Like, I've loved it playing like to pubs, but like we played one in Nottingham where it's like to like 3 people or something like that, and it's
Hannah, Grace,
and it's like
Tracy.
It's all well and good doing that, and you've got to do it, and it's really good for your character building. But in terms of like being in a band, and it makes you be able to like take the rejection or whatever. But I'd rather not do them, to be honest, now. You know what I mean? Like, this feeling of like sort of put us in that bracket of you with other bands.
What's helping this feeling at the moment is the K's, I think, because they've taken this feeling to another level, because it shows it.
I mean, the Lavens were with them before.
Yeah, of course, but the Lavens weren't as heavily pushed, whereas the K's were. They've been with this feeling from the very start. Like 30,
Red Rum Club as well.
Yeah, of course,
They still knock about some of the gigs that they were in when we seen them at Isle of Wight. Like Lucy, everyone was there, and it was just proper. It's
big though, isn't it? Because it's showing people like me who 3 years ago, I would, if I'd go to a gig, I'd probably go and see the main act. I probably wouldn't even see sports.
Yeah.
Whereas now, every gig I go to, if I can get to the sports, I'm seeing all the sports. Like, I went and saw the K's in Leeds.
Right.
They had the Sheraton supporting and the Cause, obviously. I knew of the Cause, but the Sheratons.
They supported us at Deaf Institute.
Yeah. Oh, nice. So I just saw them, but they were thought it was this feeling, and straight away I was like, well, they're not going to be shit, are they? So I went on and they were class.
They're headlining the stage, this stage at YNOT.
They've got a good like punky sort of like it's indie, but it's also they've got a bit of like
It's
that punk
attitude.
Yeah,
we were saying that I don't
like
like attitude off the stage. On the stage,
oh, of course,
you need attitude.
That's where you get the
you need
emotion
attitude,
from,
you
though,
gotta
innit? You know what I
stand
mean? Yeah, 100%.
What's your lead singer like then? Because I've only seen.
He's not a diva, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a joke. But, he's good. I've known him for years.
I think L, not in a bad way. He can be two different people off stage and on stage, but not in a bad way whatsoever. Like, I feel like sometimes he comes alive massively on stage, and he does take over this frontman thing, and he does it well, and he's got a cracking voice. Whereas off stage, he's almost quite reserved character.
He's moulded into it since we first started. Because obviously you knew him from the start. So when he first came in, I don't think he was really looking to be a singer, a frontman of a band. But we've played to more people.
Into it all the time.
I had to force him to come down, basically. I was like, so before we started, I had to force him basically to.
He finds it harder to play to a room full of no one than he does to play to. Obviously, we're not playing to massive crowds, but like Isle of Wight, I don't think he batted an eyelid at Isle of Wight, and that was rammed.
That's mental.
His deadline.
The other day we was recording acoustic stuff for social media. One's just gone out now actually, and he just didn't enjoy it whatsoever. He was playing in front of us just on his own. He was like,
but he's come alive with it, and it's like
that's kind of good though, because you don't have that fear when you go into a gig now, because you're like, oh well, you know.
Oh, he's always going to smash it, definitely, when he goes on.
Academy 3 is the first time I remember thinking, wow, he's like some of the videos that we've been going back through for like putting them in the group, and you start thinking about, remember that gig and this bit, and like he just kind of had, obviously not like Freddie Mercury at Live Aid, but he had that kind of
like
pull on the crowd.
He was
kind of like Shanks the Fountain, they were back, and he was just like you just had him on a string.
How is Band on the Wall looking for you then? Have you got your set list sorted yet, or are you still working on it?
We're going to be going in with a producer fairly soon. We've worked with him a little bit already, but we're going to be going in the studio, so all our focus has been on new songs, really, demoing, and because we've got a recording set up in our own like rehearsal room that Chris and Arthur have set up, so we're able to record tracks straight in from the room. So we've just been messing around with that, really.
It'll always have the classics in it, won't it? But a lot of the new stuff we've got going now is like dead exciting and still fits in with what we kind of built ourselves around.
Yeah.
So not
changing it, I guess. Yeah,
not settling on anything that we're doing right now, because if we keep going the way we're going, there'll be another 10 songs that are ready, like 2 months before the gig. So it's what fits. And
as well as like at Deaf Institute, we got a 4-piece string quartet on stage with us. So we're thinking we've got to do something like that.
I know
we don't know whether we're going to do strings again, but we've got ideas for different things. And
on the whiteboard in the band room.
Just writing that. Do you all sort of chip in with ideas? Like, is there one of you who's just like, right, I want to do this, this, and this?
No, we're definitely a democracy.
Democracy.
It's to our downfalls.
It's like we don't upset each other sometimes.
Yeah, it's that. Well, I was to say that, but
it's better though, isn't it?
It's 100%. It's like you'd rather do it together than none of us. I don't think that dominant in the sense of where it's like we'd want to go. Do it all on your own. Do you know what I mean? I don't want I don't want the responsibility of everything to do.
I don't want this pressure.
Better doing it with everyone. It's like with the tunes or whatever. It's especially these new ones. We've never done it this way before, where we'll write the song or whatever, we'll play it together, and then basically break it down, put it into the computer, and then you can hear every individual bit. And then you're all sat in a room writing it together. So maybe where before it was like somebody write a song, it'd I guess be their song in a way. It's so much more collaborative, and I think got better work out of it.
Yeah, we got it from this producer, which we'll probably leave them name for now.
Yeah.
But he was like, go into your room, can you do this? Yeah, we've got this, and this. Right, go and do this. Go and listen to what you've played, because he pointed out that we've gone back and like gutted some of the new songs, and he pointed out that you're all trying to play a good song, but they're all if you took them apart, you probably have 3 ideas there.
Yeah.
So that's been good.
And he was the way we originally wrote this song. It's almost like a jam aspect where we all turn up in the room and we all play, and certain bits like when we've sat down and listened back to it, it's like bits that Chris is playing, bits that James is playing that I've never heard before because it's too loud in the room.
Of course.
And it sounds great, but then
you need to break it down.
Exactly.
You need to break it down. What works.
It's been good, hasn't it? We're just about to finish the 5th demo that we're going to send off. We've sent it now.
Nice.
So then we're just waiting to get a slot when we can get in the studio with him and get him down. So we'll see.
It's good, really. Don't like. It's one of those things where I would say so like in bands you have like it's all like stages and stuff. So when we first started, we were doing songs or whatever and putting like 3-minute long intros in, and doing that. We think it sounds class, and we think, oh yeah, look how.
I'm like, I love playing this riff. Therefore, you're all going to listen to it for 2 minutes now,
and it's great. But when we went in with a producer, the first time we've ever gone to like a guy who's like been in the music industry or whatever, and he's still our friend now. But I remember he was like to me, he was like, what are you doing in the band? I was like, messing around. I was like, what are you doing in the band? What do you mean? What am I doing in the band? What do you mean? What am I doing in the band? He's like,
what's the point of you being in
the band? Genuinely, I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know now. But like I say, he dressed us down, give us a proper good talking to. He went, go back into your room and start like, rewriting this tune or whatever. Now we've sort of got a way, I mean, it will still evolve, but now we've got a way of writing where it's like, to me, it's limitless really, and it's, like I say, but you've got to learn it. It's like, it takes ages to like.
When someone says it to you, someone says it to you, you're like, oh fucking hell, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But when you're all sat in a room, like you can't hear yourself think, you're like, well, this is obviously working.
This is class.
This is the way. Yeah, amazing. We are well good.
I feel like as well, like it's everyone says it like you're always learning, but this year especially, I feel like I've genuinely started to learn more. Whereas,
what do you think's been like the trigger this year? Then that's made. Is it playing Isle of Wight and big festivals, or do you think just spending more time in the room?
With Band on the Wall being set in stone, it's a big gig. We feel like that could be a turning point. Whether for myself taking over the social media full time, like learning new things on that side, but then also going in with work with people.
That unnamed didn't last very
long. That unnamed didn't last very long. That unnamed didn't last very long, did it? So we'll probably keep it unnamed for now, just in case.
So you'll beat that out.
I'll bleep it out.
Just dropping C-bombs. We got it with that.
Hey, this is
that could be anything. I'm keeping this in, and we're just gonna bleep out a name. It's just gonna be a case of like everyone's gonna be like.
Going in with that bellend.
You can't go in that, can you?
No, yeah, you're right. I posted a picture of us being in the studio thinking like we're only like 2 weeks away from recording.
Hold some stuff back, bro.
Hold stuff back. And then it was like, actually, you're not ready. It's like, oh shit, we've told everyone we're in the studio now. So now it's just like
but he's worked with like major labels and big acts, and so to see that side of things, then it's ridiculous. And even we were in there and he'd just finished recording with a massive influence of ours, and there was like post-it notes on the side on like channels with this person's name on, and we were like, this is too big for us. This is crazy. But just constantly learning all the time.
Some of the tough lessons as well. You know, like back in the last year, ticket sales didn't do too well for Canvas. They were was it Utopiates, and with Paper Scenes.
Probably because we didn't push it.
Well, that's
as
it.
Well as
so that's a lesson.
We should have done. Yeah, exactly.
We kind of just thought that our people would
turn
up, but so that in itself is a bit of a turning point. We're like, the social. We as a band need to put more effort into it. We need to push the gigs, every single gig, as if it's a headline gig, and that was a bit of a tough lesson because
people learn off that.
Fucked us up, that
people, because when I had the Juice on here, they were like, the reason they got like a spell of like 3 or 4 gigs together was because they sold like 50 tickets for a sports lot. So the promoter literally looked at them. They sold like just as much as like a headliner, and they're like, well, why are you not headlining?
Definitely.
If you sold 50 for a support, you're probably going to sell 7,500 for a headline, aren't you?
That's what it is. It's results in it. At the end of the day, the music is obviously you do the music and you love it and you write it, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's a numbers game, innit?
Of course,
it's business. For the people above us.
And major stunks.
It pays in like non-monetary ways as well. It's like we sold out Deaf Institute with This Feeling. So then the Lilacs, they were playing Gorilla a few months later, whenever it was.
November,
it was November.
When we did that tour.
They'd sold that out like quickly. We got added to that bill after it sold out. So there's no pressure on us to sell tickets.
Of course,
but there was just exposure. But we got paid in like the exposure side of it, which was amazing for us. We got good followers.
They've been good gigs on the Lilacs.
Yeah, we've done quite a few gigs recently with them.
You never know who's going to be there though.
Their managers are class as well.
Their crowds are good because when we did Sheffield, we did 2 gigs with them, but the Sheffield
Roller are currently supporting them, aren't they? I think.
I'm not sure.
They've had a few supports because we did 2 dates with them. I think Dirty Blonde did a date with them.
Toy Car.
Big up Toy Car boys.
We met them at Isle of Wight. They are class.
I've never heard of them. Are they local?
Liverpool.
Speak to Toy Car.
Yeah, get them on. Class lads.
Gets the G's we call it.
Yeah, if we're bigging anyone up today,
Toy Car.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Sheffield gig we did with the Lilacs, like you never know who's going to turn up, but we did not expect 2 people to turn up in Cavs t-shirts that we'd never seen before in our lives. You know, so, and the Lilacs crowd, they get down for the bands as well.
They do,
that was one
100%.
thing that we can't thank them enough for having us on. Was the crowd, the room was full. Like they're selling out gigs every gig they play. And we had 200 and odd people in that room when we went down there. So
all it takes is a third of them to listen to one tune on Spotify, and then you never know, and playlists can come, and you never know what's going to happen from there. I mean, Band on the Wall is going to be a fun one. Have you got any ideas on your sports yet, or are we a little bit too early for that?
We haven't discussed it.
Are you going to go 2 sports, 1 support?
It's so far away.
We're not sure.
The ticket sales are going really well at the minute, so I think we're going in with the idea of maybe just 1 support, depending on ticket sales and stuff, because we do want to do a bit of a long set, don't we? We did 45 minutes at Deaf Institute, and we want to push it to an hour, maybe a little bit more, just so we can
try and up the game from last time.
Yeah, just so we
but
can.
you want to give other bands.
We got more tunes, haven't you?
Yeah,
Exactly,
you want to give other bands a chance as well, though. It's like it's stuff because we've been given a chance. So
But you can always if you slide them in 25 minutes.
Well, yeah.
25 minutes is a good set to have.
I think we're being selfish and like, I mean, right, so sometimes.
It's your headline show.
We've got headline show.
Yeah.
We've got more songs. We want to try and pull out a bigger stop than the quartet. So I don't know.
You've got to use it as an opportunity as well to like practice. Because if you're doing a gig, you're not just doing a gig, you are doing a show. Like we talk about Spangled or whatever, and these people who like the Lilacs or whatever who make a show. They're not just playing in a room. So if we're doing like Band on the Wall, it's great. It's 500, but then say thinking into the future, you've got to use it as an opportunity to sort of learn how to make a show really. Like for when it gets to hopefully the bigger ones. Like
it is almost like a theatre play almost, if you know what I mean, and you've got to entertain, and
that's what people are there to see you, and then you need to make sure you put on that show, definitely. We're a quick break, boys, and then we'll come back to part 2. I want to dive into more just about you as a band, and part 2 is usually just to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Sick. Nice one, decent.
See you part 2. Welcome back to part 2, quick drinks break, and we are back after a good old football game. No half-time oranges though. Might do that one day, but budget don't go that far. So we were discussing the break, weren't we? You had a new single that came out a couple of weeks ago.
Stare into the Sun.
Nice.
Which we wouldn't recommend doing. But
without the proper eye protection.
Yeah.
Just making it straight up. Should have put that on the
a disclaimer that
someone somewhere is going to be like, that's awful, I can't believe the Cavs are promoting Staring Into the Sun, that's awful.
Parental advisory. Us and NWA.
No, it's doing alright, it's doing good. Yeah, it was a couple of Fridays ago now, wasn't it? And
so it's out on Spotify,
all majors.
All major platforms.
All good bookstores.
It'll
be alright.
It's a bit of an old tune for us, really.
When did you write it?
We recorded it in 2020, March 2020, at the same time as Man in the Suit.
Yeah, it was,
and we just kept hold of it for ages. It was about 3 minutes longer than it is on the original recording. We've chopped it down, Chris has chopped it down to...
an acceptable length.
Yeah,
I think it's bang on 3 minutes now.
What did you go full Bohemian Rhapsody on it for? Here we go, 8 minutes we got it.
It was just like big build, like we were saying before.
There was a bass
you learn
solo.
to, because it was recorded and written and played, like 4 years ago now. It was I was playing loads more of a riff. There was a big build up in the middle that went into a solo and like.
Which live works quite well actually.
Yeah, because we did a more
you can keep that as a live version, can't you?
Yeah. The super extended version we used to play as well, with like the ending,
Super extended.
It pretty much took over the whole set.
So we can only play 3 songs this set because we're playing the long version
of each.
Yeah,
but we were trying to keep the momentum going and stuff, and it was just a song that we kind of put to one side, and I think we may have forgot about it at times as well. And then we was like trying to keep the momentum going. It was like, oh, why don't we revisit that? See what we can do. Edited it, cut it, chopped it down. Yeah, I think, did we add anything to the stems or anything like that?
No.
We didn't have the stems, to be fair.
You were not.
No,
I think we just chopped the file.
That was it. We just literally chopped it out, and a minute and a half out of everything drops out. Big build up. And then so the solo, everything that needs to be there is there, and it's been pretty well received.
That's what you need, mate.
Got some CDs if anyone wants one. Go to what is it?
Cavsband.co.uk.
Yeah, we all linked in the description, don't worry.
thanks to Jim Salverson as well. He's put it on.
And XSR that.
And his evening playlist.
Just a good guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's proper champion of
is it like the
music.
last 6 or last 5 of our singles that we've been on? I think we've been
he's such a guy. It's probably funny to mention when we first sent him a song. You remember "Round the Town"?
Yeah,
I took it off Spotify now. When we first sent that over, we were like, "Oh yeah, sweet! Like we'll send this off. This will get on radio."
We are fantastic.
And he replied to us saying, "Yeah, it's all right, but it's probably not ready for radio." And we were like, "Oh, what?
Are you joking?"
What? No, I don't know what he's on about. And then
a year later, we removed it off our
but ever since then, obviously, we've got such a good relationship with him. And you look back now, again, another lesson. You think, it wasn't ready, and obviously we've not changed the world with the songs that we have released, but he's put them all on.
It's just great how he does it. He always promotes it on socials as well, so he puts it all in that one document. It's all across socials. And it's such a simple thing for someone to do for you, but it means that much for bands.
Oh, of course, 100%.
And he's got a good time slot as well to be playing brand new music, because I know loads of people that are driving home from work listening to it, and then they'll send me a text, "Oh, you just come on the radio, that's great," and whatever. And it's nice. It's nice that there's a time slot on radio stations that people can listen to new music that they wouldn't find anywhere else. Because like the BBC Six Music New Music Mix, that's not on till like 11 o'clock at night, and it's like
Exposure's the same.
It's on quite late, so you have to actively go and listen to it. Search for it. Whereas you put Radio X on and you're driving home from work and it's on.
It's 5 till 6, isn't it?
7, I think.
I can't remember.
6 till 7.
6 till 7, I think.
It's because Boone used to do it up until 6, didn't he? Yeah. It's just it's a simple task, but he does it so well for so many new bands and so many bands.
Yeah, credit to him.
Yeah, definitely. There's not a lot out there really for us. In terms of, especially like Jim's different in the sense of, if we when we've got on Radio X and different whatever platforms like that, it's been through say a radio plugger or something like that. Whereas Jim, it's sort of
someone.
You'll send it to him and he'll listen to it, and then if he thinks it's good,
it's on a personal level as well. And it's like, great tune, lads. It's just I'll make sure I get that on that week. Right, sweet. And he does, because we were quite early with this one, didn't we? We tried to get him quite early, and he was like, I'll make sure it's on the list. And that was it. We forgot about it, and it was.
You never know. That could the amount of streams that can get you. Streams are a numbers game as well, because that's another one.
It is. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it fresh as well, because we did a video of it was like 30 seconds, if that, of an acoustic version the other day. Yeah, it's done really well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's had good views on social media.
So we might try and get together a bit of a properly done, from our own room, like acoustic version.
Yeah, full acoustic version would be good. We did that with Running, but we only released it as a video. This Feeling asked us to do, actually. They were doing...
I've never got that somewhere.
They were called band room sessions or something like that, practice room sessions. So we did one, Dirty Blonde did one, Shade, I think, Lock In. There was a few of us. We all just put them out on the social media, on This Feeling social media platform. But we never released it on Spotify or anything like that, and that got good reviews as well.
Yeah,
but
really
people would say, this is
something different, isn't it?
It's a nice twist on the tune as well. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, no, it's been good, definitely.
It's what you need, especially across the socials as well, because all it takes is one video to sort of blow up in it immediately.
Especially on TikTok nowadays, you see, it's like, what's that band, the young lads from Manchester?
Oh, The Guest List.
The Guest List, yeah.
They're smashing it on TikTok. They're smashing it anyway, but they're smashing it on TikTok, millions of views.
I think that's probably where it's coming from, it's mad.
And then monthly listeners, they've got like 15, 20k like monthly listeners now, and just because I saw them support the K's at the Academy.
Did you? Right.
If they wouldn't have had the TikTok fame, do you think
I think probably not. It's hard to get. Like I say, it's such an not easy, but it's such a. Whereas previously you'd have to go through a record label or whatever. You've got TikTok now where
people find bands on there all the time,
and it can just blow up, and like you've not paid anyone. You've not you got the exposure yourself, haven't you? Really.
You two are on it a lot. Yeah, I've made sure I've not gone. Me and Elliot have been like,
I live on TikTok.
I'm always on TikTok. Yeah, always on TikTok.
He said it's always going on there.
It's good if you've got ADHD or something. You just like
it's classic, mate. It's mint for me. I'm just like, right, I'm bored. Go on. And the algorithm just knows you as well.
Yeah, it's the For You page.
Dog videos on there. It's just dog videos because consistently.
Problem is, you're trying to sit down and watch a half an hour episode of EastEnders or whatever, and you're like, what's going on? This is too long. It's after the opening credits, I think.
Yeah, I need a 20 second of Sheldon the Golden. Found out this is very off topic. mum. Would you call her mum? Owner?
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
Owner slash mum.
Yeah, she's an OnlyFans model.
Really?
And I had no idea. I saw him on a...
Yeah.
Trust me, I promise that I had no idea. I found out because she did the Hot Water Green Room podcast.
Yeah.
It's a comedy podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, why the fuck is she on there?
Yeah.
And then they were talking to about OnlyFans. I was like,
I know what you mean.
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
What?
no, going to Retriever Girl. I was like, what's
listened to
happening
that
here?
podcast as well, so I know you mean.
Oh, so here we go. Straight away.
I know I listened to Hot Waters Green Pass, so I know who you're on about.
Yeah.
But
Great minds think alike.
I don't even have the
Well,
internet at home.
it's because it came up as Taylor Ryan, and I was like, who the fuck's Taylor Ryan? And then I was like, that's Sheldon the Golden Retriever. Why is she being dubbed as Taylor Ryan? I was a bit fuming at first. I was like, Sheldon's being done in it. Golden Retriever. But yeah, get on Sheldon the Golden Retriever.
With the bands on our For You page, they don't do OnlyFans. So we're the innocent ones.
Just get on the... Imagine if you lost that. It could be another income source.
Yeah.
I just wonder what sort of clientele...
Carol Craven.
Don't say that.
Look at our bare ass.
She supports us through thick and thin. I know she'd be on there.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Sorry, Carol.
Head down.
Yeah, I question whoever wants to look at our asses, to be honest.
I mean,
You just
each
do
their
fake
own,
them.
innit?
You're right, OnlyFans is just like a paid service. You don't have to get your ass out. Right? You brought the ass into it.
Maybe I want to.
No, you just do feet, can't you?
I'm just getting exposure from the band. And
Maybe
then
not yours.
Then I can release my own
Arts
thing.
content.
Your solo project.
You lot are gonna go solo. I'm gonna go
Straight to the bottom.
basically.
Go YOLO.
Yeah. Get my kicks off.
So if you want to see him at Band on the Wall, might get the kecks off. we never
Who
know.
knows? Yeah.
That'll probably be our last.
Surely
gig.
there's got to be a rule against that.
We're talking about making it a show. Do you know what I mean? Let's take it to the next level.
When we're doing the arenas.
Yeah.
What's the biggest venue that you think you played in? Is it Academy 3?
Probably Isle of Wight, I think. In
Isle
terms
of
of
Wight.
people, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, in terms of people, biggest venues probably Academy 3. Academy 3 is bigger than Deaf Institute, isn't it? I think Academy 3 is like 400-ish.
Yes. Yeah, and then it's like 600-700 for Academy 2, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably say Academy 3 is the biggest one we've played, but the biggest crowd is probably either Isle of Wight or Deaf Institute.
Yeah.
Deaf Institute sold out, and that was some of the pictures. I still look back at them. That was like wall to wall, and I think Elliot knew someone that worked on the bar, and said that the place was dry by the end of the gig, and said obviously it's very affirming that they're like, oh yeah, we ran out of beer and this that happened for ages. Like, we are that band.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Deaf Institute's probably the biggest crowd we've played to. Coupled with Isle of Wight. Academy 3 is the biggest venue I think we've done.
Do you prefer your own shows then, or do you prefer like festival slots? Because I know they're very different.
Festivals are good in the fact that like you just get to go to the festival afterwards. To be honest,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But from an enjoyment point of view, probably the same really. They're both good for different things, aren't they? Like your headline shows sort of what cements you as you're moving forward in your career, but like the festivals, sort of. Well, that's how you get out to new people.
Yeah, festivals are to bring in fans. Headline shows are to make fans die-hard fans.
Yeah, for the fans. Yeah.
I don't really enjoy the headliners until I'm actually on stage. Like the headliners are the only shows I ever get nervous about. I feel like
there's a lot riding on it, though.
Yeah.
But there isn't. Cause
do you see festivals like a free hit then? Whereas...
kind of, yeah. It was just like, especially Deaf Institute, it was sold out like 2 weeks before it happened. I was like, yeah, all tickets sold. In my head, nobody was coming. Like in my head, I was the one.
Nobody decides that they don't want to.
Nobody fancies it. I was like, I know my dad's got 10 tickets, but
he's not
he don't fancy it. Yeah.
We've not done that many festivals either, though, to fairly say.
Yeah, I think Isle of Wight was one of them. You're that excited because you've never done it before.
Adrenaline takes over.
I was not nervous at all for Isle of Wight, but yeah, probably same for like. I was more nervous. I don't know if I was because I'm mad hungover. Was for the Gorilla gig, to be honest.
With the Lilacs?
With the Lilacs, I don't know
it's
why.
definitely because you were mad hungover.
Yeah, probably.
That was a tough 3 days though, wasn't it? We did London, Birmingham, and then Manchester with the London and Birmingham were our own shows with This Feeling, and then did Gorilla, supported Lilacs at Gorilla, and 3 in a row. And
I just drank literally for free.
It's a sweat box in there as well, Gorilla.
I've never been
Gorilla is the sweatiest gig ever. It's awful.
We caned it in London, and then
everybody
else drove to Birmingham after London, but me and James stayed in London with some of my mates, and we hit it pretty hard, and then went
boozing from morning till noon, basically.
Birmingham, exactly the same.
Good couple of days.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
It was good being on the road as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, everyone kind of sitting together, shitting together.
Yeah, definitely. I know I 100% suit that life anyway. That sort of just always zipping around.
Well, you always
because you get
anyway, so
you get carted around. You just get carted around. You're living the
I am living the dreams. To be
the
fair.
tour van life.
Yeah, are you not driving?
No, I do drive. So
nobody
this is
for that tour though.
This is the thing. So it always happens. Like I do drive, and I'll drive to the gigs. But what
nobody
happens
feels
is
safe enough to get in the Chevrolet car.
Hey, well played. You played the game perfectly.
My car's a joke. How bad my car is. I don't think I've ever seen another car as bad as the doors don't lock.
Your doors don't lock.
So he doubles down and leaves the keys in it.
What? I don't leave.
Hey, you're not stealing it here,
Just over someone nicks it. You know what happened was, so this is how bad the car is. So it got nicked outside my front door, and then one night, and I woke up. I was like, oh, pretty sure I left a car there, to be honest. If it wasn't there, I rang the police and said, listen, my car's been, give them the details or whatever. Anyway, about 2 hours later, I was driving to uni, and her PCSO says, James, he said, yeah, I found your car. He'd left it 2 blocks. He didn't like it. He left it 2 blocks away.
So you had had your car robbed,
and someone
they gave it back.
Thought, fuck this, and just left it. So that's how bad my car is. To be fair,
Left everything as well, haven't they?
What car is it?
just a Chevrolet Cal. It's like a shitty car, but it's like a Chevrolet.
Yeah. Gets you about.
Chevrolet Calos. I think they used to be Dywoods or something, and then I think they made that for about a year, and then even they realised how crap they were.
I'm only saying that because that story's on TikTok. I need to get the clip where I can put the
Yeah, Chevrolet Calos, but I mean, it picks up for 700 quid to be fair, so it's not.
It does a job.
It does
a job. Yeah,
no, it doesn't. It doesn't lock. Like the whole.
That's fine. Just don't leave anything valuable. Just don't leave anything valuable.
It's not a storage box. The job it needs to do is drive, and occasionally.
Do you remember when it was when you was like, oh, I need to go get my car fixed for like 6 months, and you just all you needed to do was give it a jump start.
That was only because
I can't drive to this gig. Car needs to get fixed.
That was all.
I keep meaning to take it to the garage, and all it needed was a
So
jump.
I took it in. Yeah, it said the battery's dead. Right, no, we put a new battery in, but yeah, it did all. It was a jump start to be fair. So, yeah.
Would you just leave the light on or something?
It's just a shit car.
And you have to tune a butty in it as well, and it stunk.
No, that was
That's grim.
tuna pasta. It was.
That's even worse.
No, it was like the remnants of it. Well, I don't know. Obviously, I had it for work.
Doesn't matter.
That's the remnants of it.
Left it in a car for 6
It
months.
stunk for a while. Yeah, don't get my
Was it
car.
like
basically.
mouldy? Like
Not really. No.
There was a whole colony built in here.
Yeah.
There was a whole tuna that had grown.
I found a new penicillin. Do you know what I mean? Saving the world one mouldy tuna at a time. But yeah, no, it's definitely not a good car. So that's not why I don't drive though. Everyone else always just goes, oh, well, I'll drive. So
Yeah,
fine. There's no point me
that's
driving. But
Yeah.
I do offer all the time. People just go, oh no, fine.
I'm alright.
Yeah. So everyone just
You
goes.
get him with me, pal.
don't worry, mate.
It got us to Kendall calling though, didn't it?
Is that why you
Exactly,
turned up on your own as well today?
No, it's just I live in a different area. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure.
I suppose a case of everyone's like, yeah, you can drive. We know what I mean.
There's probably an element of that as well. To be honest, yeah.
I kind of live on the way past Mike's. Oh, sorry, Mike lives on the way past me. So yeah, I just picked him up.
Okay, well, how did you come together as a band then? Because I'm not gonna lie, Burnley, Failsworth, Salford. It's a little bit of a.
I live City Centre though. We're all pretty much apart from Arthur. He's back Burnley way. He's in Colne.
It's a bit weird. I mean, I'll let you two tell the story about how you two met, but I met Chris through work. Chris is a chef, I'm a bartender.
Oh, nice.
And I started at the company when I was like 17. Chris was already there. And everyone was like, I was studying music at the time at college, and everyone was like, oh, you need to speak to Chris, he's a guitarist, this and the other. We probably worked together for about 2 months before we even had a conversation.
Yeah.
And then Chris was like, oh, come down, me and my brother, do you want to have a jam or whatever?
Original drummer, yeah.
I think I was going away actually for like 2 weeks, and by the time we actually had a chat, and you sent me all the demos, and I remember having the demos of Staring to the Sun actually.
Bad phone recording.
A phone recording of Staring to the Sun, and then I went away, come back, and we went for a jam, and then I just stuck around with you and Alex for a bit.
That was it. Met James on a night out. There's no...
No, I don't remember the first time.
Oh yeah, we met. So the first time we met...
a night out?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, "Do you want to be in a band?" I was like, "Yeah,
He
sure."
was chatting it up.
Yeah, just chatting it.
That's a chance meeting, isn't it?
A lot of lads my age at that time were going around like trying to check girls up and asking for numbers. I was just asking.
And you were recruiting.
I was asking lads if they wanted to be in a band.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of knew one of my mates just from being out and about.
I bumped into this group, this friend group, and James was. I remember the first time we chatted about it. The actual first time we met is the time we got chatting, and then like the band kind of formed.
Yeah.
But the actual first time was there was this group of mates, group of lads, and I got chatting to a couple of them. But I remember him starting a bit of a ruckus. It was like something off Looney Tunes or something. He started a bit of like commotion. It all started kicking off in 42s. I'd just seen him in the middle of it. Next thing I know,
I was chatting to some bird or whatever with some bird, and I either had a boyfriend or someone she was chatting to. I think that's what happened, and then obviously started
that all
swinging.
booted off. The last thing I saw was him in the middle. Next thing I know, he's kind of at the side, like, "Well, this is a bit crazy, isn't it?" You know? It's like,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it was. Yeah, it was. The only reason I clarified that is because I don't go around causing trouble. I'm not a trouble caller.
And I don't go around anymore asking people to be in bands.
Imagine you just constantly recruiting. Come to band on the wall, we might have a new drummer.
But then Arthur came about after. Well, you knew Elliot.
Yeah,
it took a while to get Elliot down, didn't it?
Yeah, I had to monitor him for ages to get him to come down, but yeah, I knew him since like I was 18 or 17 or something. So.
And then Arthur he's back from my way, and I messaged my old guitar teacher. He messaged some because there's only like 5 musicians that are up from where we're from, and he was like, I think he got in touch with a drum teacher who was Arthur's drum teacher, and I was like,
we did one gig with Chris's brother Alex as our drummer, but Alex is into all that heavier rock music and stuff. He kind of wanted to do his own thing, and which was fair.
It's just the means to an end.
Yeah. So then we started looking for drummers.
He was sat there playing. He just really wanted to get out. He really wanted to.
He's playing like
double
around the
kick
town.
pedal,
He's playing like around the town, and Richie's like.
It was quite
acoustic, slow indie tune.
Yeah,
and
he sat there shaking the corner. Like, a fucking.
He did form a bit of a heavy metal band afterwards, didn't he, for a little bit?
Nice.
He was a singer.
Oh, he was a singer in it. Yeah.
Have you seen the Muppets Christmas?
Or the Growler.
No.
I mean, what's that? Rick?
Alex is the Growler. Yeah.
The Growler.
I don't think it was actually called that. And then Arthur joined the band, and that was it.
Stairway to Hell.
To be fair, I've got a little. I'm not a huge sort of like metal fan.
Yeah.
I like Bring Me the Horizon. I like a couple bands, but like, it's very much a. How would I describe it? There's certain type of people who will be in them bands, and they're all the same. They all just want to go in.
Yeah,
I think go nuts. Yeah.
A lot of energy to burn.
Like heavy, like death metal, heavy metal, and jazz musicians in the same category, in the sense that I don't listen to it. I respect them highly because they are unbelievable musicians, and it is so hard to play the music they play. You see like some of these death metal guitarists and drummers playing some unbelievable stuff. I wouldn't listen to it myself, but you've got to respect it.
Appreciate the talent.
That is talent.
We're just going to strum a D chord.
Yeah, exactly. We're playing bar chords and whatnot.
What sort of music do you all listen to then? Are you all very similar, or are you just off completely separate platforms? Like what?
There's similar stuff, isn't there?
Yeah.
But we've always said that.
There's a medium, I'd say.
There's a common ground, but then there's always like branching off. I mean, Arthur listens to like, and I say anything is anything. I can't remember. It was like listening to like German prog rock the other day. You know what I mean? And like African. Like,
me and Arthur played quite well.
Yeah, what's that band that were on 6
Music? So there's a band from Niger who were playing the Manchester Psych Fest that me and Arthur were having a bit of a nerd up to. They're called Modar Mokhtar. And so good. Like honestly, give them a listen. Like it's not English singing, but the riffs and stuff is really cool. But they come on 6 Music the other day, and me and Arthur were like geeking out about them a little bit.
Well, it was you and Chris, and then as what always happens, Mikey goes proud as punch. I've just found this new band, or whatever. Arthur goes, check them out.
Yeah.
So that's right.
Tell you who's in the gigs they're playing.
Yeah. So he listens to absolutely anything. That boy.
Go on.
So I was always like growing up. My dad was listening to like AC/DC and Guns N' Roses. So I've always been that kind of inclined. But then we're not all that. We meet in the middle a little bit more.
Kind of got to it,
Yeah.
You've got. I saw one of the weirdest artists ever, but it was so good. It was a trap metal rapper from Birmingham.
Oh,
It was
really?
called Pendulum at
Really?
Warehouse.
Right.
And it was very, how would I describe it? Enlightening. Is that
Enlightening.
What were they called?
Soul,
I can't
soul
remember.
searching.
It was like anime. I can't remember the name because I couldn't really pronounce it.
Right.
But it was this guy who came on. I think he's like Jamaican descent. I was like,
Yeah,
he came on in a mask, and I was like, "What the fuck's happening here?" Just started screaming at me, and I was like, "This is wild. What's happening?" Then some dubstep started playing.
Really?
And I was like, "What are you doing here?" And he was rapping, and I was
Music
like,
for everyone there.
"It was just a bit enlightening." Is how
Yeah,
but I go see him again.
Talking about like merging genres and stuff. If you want a good band to listen to, I went to watch Chalk at Soup Kitchen a few weeks ago. They're smashed it at the minute. Just got on like BBC Introducing and stuff.
Oh, nice.
And they just brought out the second album. They are really cool. It's like the drummer. It's a three piece, but the singer's just a singer. He doesn't play any instruments. The drummer's like a heavy metal drummer. Then the guitarist also plays like synths and guitar at the same time. But it's like Faithless and like Underworld and like that sort of thing with metal drumming over the top of it, and that the singer just goes a bit nuts, and the guitarist like edits his vocals live and stuff. It's really cool.
I just love it.
So impressive.
That's why I really like Spangled, because they're just so like they're ADHD bottled up into and it's so good because like I've got no idea what their next song's going to be. They could bring out like a piano ballad and I'd be like fair enough, or they could bring out like a heavy metal tune and I'd be like fair enough. Like nothing would shock me.
Yeah.
No, they're a good band as well. We've seen them live, haven't we?
We were talking about Caden before. Actually, Caden's a bit like that. Caden Nolan. He's multi-genre.
It's ballsy going on off your own name as well. I stand by that. Ballsy.
Yeah.
But you know, he's a great musician. And like I was saying, like the start of Scuttlers when we first seen them, they were they were more rock and roll, weren't they? But then they kind of lent into funk, and then obviously, unfortunately, they disbanded. But Caden kept going, and then he took that as his own, and he's a bit more like I wouldn't call it folky, but the only person I can think of is like Jake Bugg, where he's kind of like he prides himself on the individual that he is, and he lets that come through, and like the Council State kind of writing, and you know, that song that just brought out Undersold, really, really good.
Good video for that as well.
Yeah, the
really
video's really cool.
Yeah, really, really cool.
You got some Cavs trivia as well. Our single Man in the Suit, the cover of it is a man in a suit with a bag on his head. That man is Caden.
Caden,
the man of many suits.
Yeah, the man of many. That's
great
a picture of him. Yeah.
I need to get Caden on there. I need to message him and see if I can get him, because he's one of them people where a lot of people have been like, yeah, he's sound, and that's all you need.
He's a good, he's a good laugh.
Yeah. I want to end on a few sort of like quick fire questions and like your plans. So, what are the next 12 months looking like for you? So we've spoken about you. Obviously, you had a new single coming out. You're preparing for Band on the Wall. What is the next 12 months looking for you? Are you looking for like 2 releases, 1 release, or?
I think it depends on how it goes when we're looking to record. So we'll see. We'll definitely release at least two more songs this year. Definitely.
It's a lot of behind the scenes work at the minute, and it's not this next 12 months might not necessarily. It's probably a boring answer. It might not necessarily be loads of stuff that you'll be able to see. It might be a lot of getting ready for the following.
Especially when you're looking at it, you've got like you've already got a festival. Well, festival.
We've got
trying to get on more.
Two gigs with the Rosadocs as well, 31st and the 1st of June.
I wanted to mention about them. Yeah. They're a band I saw for the first time in Nottingham at a little festival that Jerry Cinnamon headlined.
Right.
I think BBC Introducing had a stage and Rosadocs were on there.
Right.
And they were great live.
Right. I've never seen them live, but they sound good. Yeah.
He had a bucket on the lead singer, and they play. Everyone knew number 54. Is it?
Also number 54, 52.
Yeah. It's the bus in it. If you're from Sheffield, it's a bus in there. But so are you sporting 2 dates?
We're doing the Brudenell in Leeds on the 31st. It's Friday.
It's an iconic venue.
Yeah. We've never played it before as well, and it's one I've always wanted to do. And 1st of June is Birmingham Institute, which one of our very good friends, Tate, who was our roadie when we first started, he's now the general manager of that venue, which is nice as well. so that'll be cool.
Good, yeah. I think we'll next 12 months.
Big, isn't it? That's two big gigs you've got.
Yeah, just chipping away at gigs, but in terms of like the bigger picture, it's hard to say right now, isn't it?
Yeah, like I say,
We've always been a month at like rolling contract kind of.
Yeah,
go month to month. We'll see what happens. You know what?
We'll focus on. Obviously, we've got like the gigs the end of this month, so like, that's our focus now. The Rosadocs gigs, and then obviously we've got like. What is it? June next month, isn't it?
Why not after that? Then it's
after that,
Glasgow and Edinburgh at the end of August.
Class.
The first time we played in Scotland as well, which would be cool.
And then Band on the Wall.
And then Band on the Wall. Yeah. And
trying to get some in-store stuff actually, like HMV. We've done a couple of HMV gigs before, and like record shop gigs. So
just like stripped back acoustic
they're
stuff.
good if you can get someone to film them, you've got you've got 2 weeks minimum worth of content.
Oh yeah, definitely
100%. And the HMV ones were great because people who go shopping HMV are into music. They'll go and buying physical things and everything, and that's the audience that bands on our sort of level need to tap into. And
generally in shopping centres as well, aren't they? So people just everyone's nosy. They'll come to like what's going on, even if it's a racket.
What's the plan with Band on the Wall? Are you going to record that as well?
I think so. Yeah, I think we have discussed at least audio recording it.
All you need to do is audio record it, and then if you just get, I don't know,
some clips or whatever.
Yeah, so someone to get down just to film it. All you need to do there is you can just clip it together, put the audio track over it. It doesn't have to be the same song. You're not going to know that.
You're right.
And it's just a case of if you could put that on YouTube, you never know. Like, look at what All Right did with their first couple of singles. They managed to get in
Tangerine Dream.
Yeah, they managed to get in fucking Blackpool Stadium just by
I seen him do an interview.
Pushing it out.
I can't remember who it was with, but he was saying like it just blew up. It was a guy from Pet Shop Boys. Is he from Blackpool? Yeah. Apparently he shared it, and that was it overnight. They were just
yeah. They told a story on here that I made the clip for them to put on their TikTok.
Right. Yeah.
But the story's mad. Where it's just a simple case of one person saw it, and then the whole town got behind them.
That's nuts. Yeah. I'm hoping that happens with Eccles, to be honest.
The Eccles massive.
Well, if it happens,
massive. Maybe Burnley might be coming for you. You never know.
I was going to say, if that happens to us, if Eccles get behind us, Failsworth and Burnley, then we'll be doing all right.
Hey, where's your hometown gig going to be? Where's going to be that one hometown gig?
We've always been a Salford band.
You be like, just eyeing up Man United or FC United.
Why does nobody want to play Boundary Park? No, nobody fancy that.
No, Boundary Park would be class.
No,
Eccles right.
No, just me. Solo show, you're on.
Yeah.
Nah, Eccles Rex the one.
All right.
Yeah. That's all.
We're outnumbered. Oh no, I'm not outnumbered anyway because 2 from Burnley and 2 from Salford. So
yeah. I don't. Where's the go-to spot in Burnley to where you could host a hometown gig?
Townley Park. It's just a big park.
Is it?
not Turf.
Probably not as big.
aiming high.
We can do a hometown tour maybe.
Yeah.
We'll do one in Failsworth.
Hometown, just go around.
We'll play Wood House's cricket club.
Yeah, we'll do Turf Moor. Townley Park. It's a big park. It's a bit like Heaton Park.
Right.
So
the thing in Turf Moor's favour though, how many bands are going to play that as a homecoming show?
None now have been relegated.
It'll be a unique, won't it?
Yeah.
He will, but I also don't want to be known as a Burnley band. Not a great thing against Burnley, it's just not from there.
I don't think we're going to get the offer anyway, James. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that wasn't our choice to turn down.
The 5-year plan Turf Moor's in there.
Yeah.
Here we go, definitely. Can we shout your socials, please?
Yeah, it's at Cavs Band on pretty much everything.
Oh, that's so satisfying when that happens.
Yeah.
That's so, because I had, my socials were like, different for like.
I was almost where when we were setting out. I think it was one of Elliot's mates was like, no, they need to be the same because it was going to be like at the Cavs.band, at the Cavs band, and it was at the Cavs official, whatever it was, because that's all we could get. We were trying to get the Cavs in, and then it was like Cavs band works.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's what you need, definitely. And if you are looking to see a lovely bit of live music, October the 19th.
Yeah. October 19th.
Band on the Wall with some great supports that'll be coming on there as well. So it'll be a top night.
Get your tickets while you still can.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, get tickets. The links are all in your bios and stuff.
Yeah.
And they will be in the description. Anything else you want to plug? OnlyFans?
Let's set it up first.
Coming soon.
No, just the single stare into the sun.
Peeled.
Just the single stare into the sun. Available to buy on our website. We've got CDs. We've still got other bits of merch. The old EP.
We've just got a load of new merch delivered as well. So if you want your
that's
t-shirts,
exciting.
grab them.
We let everyone down for a little while. They're like, have you got any t-shirts? No, we've got one large.
Get the
One
kids
extra
some new
small.
clobber for the summer.
Yeah.
Just pre-festivals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get involved. Boys, thank you very much for coming down.
Thank you for having us. It's been really good.
Cheers. Appreciate it.